Hello and welcome. France overturns Birkini Ban, Russia's new and questionable education and science minister, Argentinian secular activists struggle to separate church and state, new religious landscape survey sheds light on why nons leave religion, and we debut an events calendar. Those are the headlines for the week of Saturday, September 3rd, 2016.
This is Atheist Lowdown with Mark Vanderbrink.
The highest court in France has overturned a ban on the Burkini, the full-body swimwear often worn by Muslim women. The court said that the ban, quote, seriously and clearly illegally breached fundamental freedoms. An Amnesty International spokesperson said that, quote, French authorities must now drop the pretense that these measures do anything to protect the rights of women. These bans do nothing to increase public safety, but do a lot to promote public humiliation. The ruling will almost certainly mean similar bans in 29 other cities will be overturned. The restrictions come in the wake of several terrorist attacks, prompting debates about France's long-standing secular culture and religious expression. To help better understand opposition to the wearing of the burkini in public, I refer you to Christine Ockrent's column in the Washington Post, where she explains France's particular brand of secularism. Quote, stringent secularism, supported to this day by a vast majority of French, stems from the bloody fight at the beginning of the 20th century between the government and the Catholic Church, which eventually lost control over the political, social, and educational systems. Freedom of thought cannot be constrained, but for the French, religion is a private matter that has no say in the public space. It always comes as a surprise to us that in the United States, where the same distinction is enshrined in the Constitution, every coin is engraved with "In God We Trust," and every public oath is taken on the Bible. It also must be noted that the restrictions are not unprecedented in France, as certain religious symbols were banned in schools in 2004 and full-face veils since 2010. Russian President Vladimir Putin has tapped Olga Vasilyeva to head the Ministry of Education and Science. Voice of America and Radio Free Europe report that educators, human rights activists, religious minorities, and liberal observers are concerned that her background calls into question her qualifications for and intentions with one of the biggest networks of secular academic institutions in the world. Particularly, she is an admirer of Stalin, Soviet policies, and the Orthodox Church. Nikita Petrov of Memorial, a human rights organization, said, quote, we see that there is an attempt to develop the teaching of history in school not on the basis of an accurate knowledge of the facts, or on the basis of scientific understanding of these facts, but on the basis of ideological devices like statism, patriotism, and even orthodoxy. The Kremlin ideologists do not consider history a science, but simply an instrument for nurturing a patriotic consciousness. The Buenos Aires Herald reports that activists lost the latest effort to disentangle religion from government in Argentina. This came after a judge dismissed an injunction request by the Association of Civil Rights late last month to remove a display of the Virgin of Luan. The group claims that, quote, display of the Catholic symbol in public area violates the principle of the state's religious neutrality, equality, and non-discrimination in respect to the right to freedom of conscience and religious belief. The judge countered, citing precedent for such displays, and that it is a national, not merely religious symbol. The ruling comes after bill proposals submitted by the director of the Institute Against Discrimination to eliminate religious favoritism from government space. The spokesperson told the Herald that, quote, the Catholic hierarchy always had a strong influence in Argentina, but it has been magnified now with the new Argentine Pope Francis. Lawmakers don't want to confront the organization's influence, afraid of being taken out of party candidate lists. Other efforts include stopping nuns and priests from working in Buenos Aires city public hospitals and promotion of non-punishable abortions. Finally, we continue our coverage of the Pew Research Center's latest Religious Landscape Survey. A section of the report asks the 78% of nons, or religiously unaffiliated individuals, who were raised religious, why they left. The nons compose a wide range of views on religion, from the atheist activists such as myself to the spiritual but not religious folks. The whole range chose a lack of belief as their primary reason for leaving. But the percentage was much higher for atheists than the nothing in particular crowd, with the dislike of organized religion being a more important fact for the latter than the former. What the overall numbers support is that nons leave religion due to judgments about the claims and values of the churches rather than out of any sort of anger or sense of victimhood toward a God figure. There is much more nuance than our edited graph suggests, so check out the link to the full survey in the description below. If you enjoyed the show, hit the like button and make sure you share with your friends. Until next time, have a great week. The following is a list of upcoming secular activities. If you would like your event to be included, go ahead and email us at theatheistlowdown@gmail.com. Thanks again for watching.